collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Pokemon Select Charizard from Jazzwares. So I am not a huge Pokemon collector. I did play the original game back in the day, and I definitely have some favorite designs from the original 151 Pokemon. Charizard definitely being one of them. I think he's kind of a fan favorite all around, to be quite honest. But I just randomly saw this pop up on Amazon, and apparently these are like the Pokemon equivalent of Marvel Legends or Star Wars The Black Series. Just, 6-inch, highly articulated action figures. And I just thought Charizard looked neat, so I decided to give him a shot. They're around $20, just like a Black Series or Marvel Legends figure would be. And I mean, look at this box. It's just hefty, man. I mean, you get some cool artwork here on the side. Got some of the, translucent plastic kind of going around to the other side over here. Now, on the back, it looks like Series 1 consists of 4 figures. Some of these I know. Articuno and Charizard, obviously, I remember from the first game. Greninja, I know from Smash Brothers. And I'm sure I'm going to say this wrong, so bear with me. Rayquaza? Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Definitely not familiar with that guy at all. But it looks like they all come with articulated stands. At least I'm hoping they do from the picture here. And that's all really neat. So I just thought I'd give this guy a shot. I'm going to go ahead, get him out of the box here, and then we'll take a closer look. So here he is out of the packaging. He looks pretty good. I think they did a nice job with this. Honestly, the details there, the paint applications are there. I really like the head sculpt. Now, he's not quite 6 inches tall. For comparison, here is a Mo2 Origins 5.5-inch figure. But you can see they're about the same size. So he's not quite 6 inches, probably just a little bit under, probably around 5.5, maybe even just a little under 5.5. But I don't know. I don't know if some of the other figures in this line will be a little bit taller or actually be 6 inches. I don't know what the scale is. I thought he was one of the larger ones, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, that aside, really nice head sculpt. Like I said, really did a great job. Eyes are painted really nicely. Inside of the mouth, fully painted. Mouth does open and close, of course. You have a hinge and a rotation at the base of the skull, as well as at the base of the neck. So you have a nice hinge there. And then, of course, you can rotate that around. At the shoulders, you have a hinge, as well as a rotation. You have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then you have a wrist swivel. I think these arms are going to be fine, but they do just seem really thin. I'm assuming that's just because that's how he's designed, but just be careful with them. I don't think they're going to break, but they do feel thin and slightly fragile, so just be a little careful with them. There's a hinge here in the hip, as well as a rotation. You do have a knee bend here, as well as kind of a hinge and a rocker joint in the ankle. The tail has 3 points of articulation. Each one has a hinge and a rotation. So a lot of nice posability in the tail. I don't think the flame rotates, but I don't really think you should need it to. When you come to the wings, you have kind of a hinge here where it actually connects to the back, as well as a hinge about halfway through the wing. And that inside is all fully painted, which looks really nice. So I really like them. I think they did a good job. Good articulation, good detail, excellent paint applications. Like I said, I really think they did a great job with the head sculpt. That eye and the mouth and everything being fully painted, he looks really, really good. So he does come with a stand. I wanted to show that off. Now, I think this is supposed to be a Pokeball, because you kind of have the outer circle and then the inner circle. And I can't tell. I don't think they drew the line across the center. I think it's just the 2 circles. So maybe it's not meant to be a Pokeball, but it just kind of looks like one a little bit. I feel like this was a missed opportunity. Like, they could have done a little bit more to make it really come across. Because, I mean, if you have a circular base, why wouldn't it be a Pokeball? I feel like it needs a solid line across here. If they wanted to add some paint, that would have been cool. I didn't really expect that because it's just a base. But, I don't know. Just a little something more to make it really come across as a Pokeball would have been neat. In any case, here is the stand. Just go ahead and peg it in. It pegs in very nicely, so if you ever want to store it away, you can take this off pretty easily. So you have a hinge here. Ooh, okay, I can just pop that right off, apparently. There we go. Pops back in. That's good to know. So you have a hinge there, and then you have a hinge up here. So if that ever pops off, it looks like, yeah, it just pops right out of there. So hopefully that will not buckle under any weight or anything. We'll see how that goes. But you can go ahead. He's got a peg hole here underneath. And so you can peg that in. And it seems to hold the weight pretty well. See if I can zoom out here a little bit. It's kind of like ridiculous how tall it is. But you could always kind of like, if you wanted to go a little bit lower and then try to bend it this way. I don't know. I'm not great at posing figures, but you could get something to work. just the fact that it comes with a stand and it works pretty well, holds his weight. See if we can angle this tail down a little bit. Make it look like he's flying. That's pretty cool. I mean, I have to give it to him. Just the simple inclusion of a base, and it actually holds the weight of the figure, because it's a pretty hefty figure. I mean, he's not ridiculously heavy, but he's got a little bit of heft to him. Yeah, I think that really works. I think it looks pretty good. Honestly, it's a pretty solid little figure. I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge Pokemon guy, but I definitely have a few favorites, and Charizard is definitely one of them. I think the price is fair. $20 is pretty standard for 6-inch figures at this point. He's not quite 6 inches, probably somewhere between 5.5, but close enough. He's a big, sturdy figure, definitely a little bit wider, and got some bulk with the wings, so I think it makes sense. But I just think he looks really, really good. I don't really have anything to complain about. Detailing is there, head sculpt looks great, paint applications are good, articulation's great. The only thing, like I said, I might caution the arms. They just, they're a little thin. They don't feel brittle or anything like that, but I'm just always kind of wary of, thin joints and things that, if you kind of move them too quick, it might snap or something like that. So be a little wary of that. The fact that they included a stand, I think, is awesome. I mean, yeah, I would have liked it if they would have done a little bit more to make the base of it look more like a Pokeball. I think the paint probably would have been too much on the clear plastic, but maybe just a little something more in the terms of detail to make that come across a little better. Again, super nitpicky, not a big deal, just it would have been neat. But I think the stand works pretty well. It holds the figure's weight, doesn't look like it's going to bend or anything, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, I think this is pretty fun. So if you're a huge Pokemon fan, I definitely recommend checking out the first wave of these. They may even be on to wave 2 by now. I'm not really sure when these came out. Like I said, just randomly saw the listing on Amazon. But yeah, glad I decided to pick it up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.